Well, hello, my friends. Katie Rubin here, your friendly neighborhood modern mystic, energy healer, and divine light channel. How the hell are ya? I am covered from neck to toe in hives. Big, welty, red, terrible hives. And you better believe I'm going to be pulling some cards today for myself about that. Before I collapse into my Claritin-induced coma, I pulled cards for you, and I'm going to share them now. In the recent past, my loves, we have a visit from the Pleiadians, and boy, howdy do we. Have we? We have. I have things to say about it. In the present moment, we are in the, this is the business. We're in the crumbling card. What's falling apart and what are we not wanting to let go of that's trying to fall apart. And in the outcome card, we have the priestess card. So how are you being called to step up and lead? You'll notice I'm using my different deck this week. I'm using my Work Your Light Oracle cards rather than my favorite Enchanted Map deck. Each time I pull cards, I ask the divine which deck to use. And this time they were like, this is the one, friend. I'm also like, this is so on point, these three cards for myself that I'm going, are you guys sure this isn't just for me? And I get a no, that it's for many of us right now. It's for you. If you're watching this, it's for you. Okay, so in the recent past, we had maybe a visit with the Pleiadians, maybe some connection with the Pleiadians. If you don't know what the Pleiadians are, they're a race of star beings. They're like a higher vibrational frequency, higher consciousness beings that are contributing a lot of love and light to the planet. There's many of these different races from different planets, if you're open to this idea. And they each contribute different kinds of healing frequencies, activations, alignments for us here on the earth. Let's see what the deck says. The Pleiadians are a group of star beings dedicated to raising the vibration of the planet, like I said, and sharing new consciousness through creations and technology. They have been incarnating on Earth since near the beginning of humanity. You are a soul who has a double mission: to grow at a soul level and to raise the vibration of the planet. If you have been called to write, speak, or channel, this is your sign to keep doing it. Your work is divinely guided. Of all the souls, Pleiadians are the chattiest. Chit-chat. And so perhaps you have already started channeling some of this work into the third dimension. Thank you for doing your part in the great plan. Your presence is unique. Your presence and unique light is needed. So that's the recent past. It's an acknowledgement of the double layer of your purpose. You're here to grow as a soul yourself and to up-level the frequency of the collective and the planet. The crumbling. So we bring ourselves with that in as our context. We bring ourselves to the crumbling moment. And let's see what the deck has to tell us about crumbling. There is a shift happening right now where anything inauthentic can no longer survive. Yup. Relationships, jobs, social structures, anything built on shaky ground is destined to tumble down. God, that is real. It's happening to bring you back home to who you truly are, both individually and to society as a whole. So you can live a life that is in alignment with who you truly are. When you're in the thick of it, it can feel like a personal attack from the universe. Boy, have I had my moments lately of going like, really, God? Really? And some much more angry words than that. By the way, I want to stop on that point. The divine can take your anger. If you're pissed at the universe, let it know. Because you need to process that. That needs to come out of you. And it can take it. It understands the complexity and the difficulty of being a person. And it is down to support you in processing your feelings. Okay. Have faith, because the difficult times will be your defining moments. You will be reborn in the fire. You are being called to surrender, to stop trying to hold it all together, to loosen your grip, to let the crumbling occur. It may be difficult at first, but in the end, the sooner you let go, the sooner the rebirthing will occur. What are you trying to hold together? What are you doing your best to avoid? How are you trying to pretend everything is okay? You have what it takes to allow what is falling away to tumble and fall. Once the tower has crumbled, you will be able to rebuild your home on solid ground with mighty foundations and a view that is so magnificent it'll take your breath away each morning. Kali, the goddess of destruction, and the Black Madonna are with you now. Call lay it all on their altar. They can hold it all. And the little reminder line at the bottom there says, what are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? Holy crap. And the outcome card, Priestess. I could talk about these cards, you guys, for hours, but I need to lay down an itch and be itchy and miserable. That sounds fun, right? How are you being called to step up and lead? The Priestess is a teacher dedicated to service, freedom, and leadership. You don't need to have it all together to lead. This is such a big point. This comes up all the time in my classes with my students. We all think we have to perfectly arrive at some wholeness and some perfection before you're ready to lead. No, the universe doesn't require that at all. You know something that the guy next to you doesn't know. You are one step ahead of someone, and therefore you have something to offer that someone. And I promise you, if there's one someone, there are many someones. In fact, it helps if you don't. No one wants a perfect angel who hasn't made any mistakes. Let your life be your message. I love this. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your story. It's by hearing someone else's journey that we feel less alone. We realize that we're actually all in this thing called life together. The difference between a follower and a leader is that a leader has the courage to go first. In stepping out, they shine a light on the path for others to venture forward too. Don't fret too much about trying to work out who is your tribe. Don't get stuck in age, income, hobbies, or occupation. The best way to discover your tribe is to look in the mirror. If you feel called to lead, chances are it's because at some point in your life you longed for someone to lead you. Oh my God, so many times. And so many people have led me, thank God. Your tribe are longing for exactly that same thing as you were and are, and might only be one step behind you. That's literally what I just said. That's so funny. Hell, they may even be right alongside you. You don't need anyone's permission, just the courage to stand up. Embrace your struggles, the peaks and the troughs. Here comes Squeezel the dog. Oh, you're visiting. She's visiting to contribute. Hi. I love this dog. She's the whole thing. Let's read that again. You don't need anyone's permission, just the courage to stand up. Embrace your struggles, the peaks and the troughs. You don't need to know the way, just believe that there might be a different one. Your tribe is waiting for you. Step forward so they can find you. How are you being called to step up and lead? How can you be the leader you wish to be? Oh my God, I love it. I'm being a leader by showing up and doing this while my entire body is literally on fire. That's how much I love you guys and actually care to contribute to you. It's also how much, I'll tell you the truth, I do well when I'm busy and working. If I'm spending too many hours on the couch, whether it's because I'm itching from a weird rash or just bummed out or avoiding things or any reason, it's not good for the psyche. So I'm like, cool, let's be itchy and show up and lead the people in the way that I know best. So when and if you're ready, book your session, katierubin.com. I'll book you for sometime later this week when I'm not itching, but you can book now and we can set it up then. All my classes are happening right now and full. One of them is about to wrap up. We're going to start Star Beings class again. Speaking of the Pleiadians, that class is going to start in about 2 weeks. So message me if you're curious about Star Beings class. It's a 7-week class online wherein we meet once a week for 2 hours, and I channel the Star Being light. So the Pleiadians will come through, the Sirians, the Mintakans, the Arcturians, and boy fucking howdy do they bring powerful light with them for healing, activation, empowerment, awakening, spiritual connection. This is a great class to come to if you're already a little bit on a spiritual path and you're looking to activate further and move forward quickly on your path. Quickly and deeply, I should say. It's very deep. People sometimes think oh, fun times, we'll skip around in the light. This is a class for if you're ready to really clear your shit. So I like to be clear about that. You're going to come and go through some stuff and it's going to be rad, but you got to go through some stuff to get to the rad. All right, so join us, klrubin@gmail.com with any questions, katierubin.com to book your session. And please, if you're not already listening to All the Answers, our podcast, where I do a reading and a healing each session, each episode, and we do comedy fun times with my buddy Cassidy Jamal Jackson, Malcolm Jamal Warner Brown. That's not his name. You should be listening because it's a ton of fun, and I think you'd have a great time. Bye.